lack of time. Do you want the paper ones are great. Everyone has a paper one. Sound check. Hi, good morning.
Timmy Ramos presented for items.
How do you spell your name?
Timmy, Timmie. And last name Deramos.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good morning.
I'm here for the first item.
Item 1?
Yes.
Okay. Should be on consent, so I think you're okay.
Thank you.
Test, test. Good morning, Audit LA. Are you here for general public comment or multiple agenda item comment?
I'm here for all of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Gigi's phone. Are you here for general public comment?
General public comment, please.
Breezy Report 1. Are you here for general public comment or multiple agenda item comment today? You can press *6 to unmute yourself. Breezy Report 1. Are you here for general public comment or multiple agenda item comment?
General public comment.
Thank you. Jill, are you here for general public comment or multiple agenda item comment?
General.
Thank you. Good morning, President Kang. We're ready to get started whenever you are.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for Monday, July 14th, 2025. Ms. Matson, please take roll and establish quorum.
Thank you. Good morning, President and board members. I'm Elise Matson, Executive Officer with the Board of Public Works, taking roll in establishing quorum. President Kang, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, and Commissioner Cardenas are all present, and we have a quorum. We're also joined by City Attorney Representative Thomas Costello-Vega.
Thank you very much. So before we officially kick things off, I want to take a moment and welcome our newest member of the board, Commissioner Ernesto Cardenas, also goes by Ernie Cardenas. So Commissioner, welcome to the board. We're honored to have you join and represent the San Fernando Valley to the board, but also for the public's information, Commissioner Cardenas has previously served on this board during Mayor Villaraigosa's tenure as mayor. So we're thrilled to have you back. Thank you very much. And then before I hand the mic over to you, if any of the commissioners want to provide any comment. You want to turn on the mic, please?
That helps. Welcome also, Ernie. As a fellow Gaucho, we know that with you here, we'll be in good hands. Welcome.
Also wanted to extend my warm welcome back on your second tour of duty. And we look forward to all of your experience in your professional and also in your community involvement. I think that'll be really helpful as, you know, as we move forward in the board and as our goals are always to be community focused in the work that we do, and as well as all in the bureaus, and look forward to working with you.
Well, first of all, thank you all, and thank you for that kind introduction. Commissioners, I look forward to, as you say, my second tour on the board. It's a little different than the last time I was here, but hopefully those differences are all good, and I look forward to doing what I can for the city of Los Angeles. Thank you.
All right. And Commissioner Cardenas is an engineer, so I'm expecting much more technical questions moving forward from our newest commissioner. With that, we will now get started with general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items and will be provided up to 1 minute per person, up to a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to subject matters which are within the jurisdiction of the Board of Public Works. The board may not take any action on any matters discussed during the public comment period. Since we do not have any in-person speakers today, we will move over to our virtual platform.
Great. Thank you so much. We'll start with Audit LA. Audit LA, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hello. Good morning and welcome, Commissioner Cardenas. We met at the committee meeting. I'm here to talk about Scientology, and asking that there be a moratorium on all future special event permits, because for the past year, we have discussed a lot of things, a lot of their wrongdoing, the fact that they have never obeyed one permit ever, the fact that they harassed somebody who did have a legal permit and who did obey every aspect of our permit, and just the fact that questions of the slave labor working on their public streets, that it's not allowed. There's no religious exemption for public works. And they are doing this, and until there's an investigation and all that is hashed out, they should not be getting any special event permits whatsoever until this stuff is all cleared. And so I'm requesting that. We're requesting that they really look into the street no parking. We know that the city cannot prove.
Thank you. That's time.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Gigi's phone. Gigi, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I also want to speak about L. Ron Hubbard Way. That road, those bricks were laid by slave labor, and part of that was children that laid those bricks. I wish that you guys would rip those bricks up. The city owns the street. They don't own it. I wish that you would put some parking there. How come there's no parking on L. Ron Hubbard Way? how is that normal for LA? There should be parking. There should be metered parking there, bring in a little bit of money for the city. You know, like, I'm going to keep coming until you guys do something, but they're enforcing no parking, and there's no proof that anyone can give any of us that there's actual enforceable no parking on that street. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Breezy Report 1. You have 1 minute. Go ahead. You can press *6 to unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. You have 1 minute.
So good morning. I'm speaking about Scientology. The street where they are located is named after a convicted felon. I wonder what your department is doing to look into it. Why would a street be named after a convicted felon? Secondly, about the parking. The county should put a parking meter there so that it could generate revenue for the city. And my third point is the Olympics is coming to the Olympics and World Cup is coming to LA. What is the commission doing to inform people coming all over the world about the dangers of this cult within the city of LA?
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's time. Next, we have Jill. Jill, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Welcome, Mr. Cardenas. You're going to get a child trafficking cult education because I'm calling to reiterate the other points the previous callers had made about the paving of the bricks that were done by child slave labor. We want parking. We want the other things that Audit LA has said, moratorium on the permits. To go back to this child slave labor, you don't want to be caught up in this. Look at what's going on with the Epstein cover-up. And Donald Trump and Bondi, who happened to have taken money from Scientology. She took contributions and spoke at their events in Clearwater. You don't want to be caught. We don't want an Epstein type of situation on L. Ron Hubbard Way. You guys don't want to be caught up in that. Time to expose everything and end their privileged criminal behaviors. Bye.
Thank you. President King, we have 2 additional hands raised. Shall I check if we'd like to make general public comment?
Yes, please.
Alara FM, are you wishing to make general public comment or multiple agenda item comment today?
Hi, sorry, yes, just public comment.
You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hi, so I was a child born and raised in the cult of Scientology, and we're really all protesting and just raising the awareness of the crimes that Scientology has been doing over the last centuries, you know. And L. Ron Hubbard is just one of the situations where Scientology uses L. Ron Hubbard, the street, the permits, the whole events they have there as a PR tool to make the cult of Scientology not look the way that they are actually operating and doing things. And one of those ways is by controlling the street there. That street is not owned by Scientology. They act like it's owned by them. They're somehow getting away with all these permits to attack people's First Amendment rights and speaking out about the inside abuse. We need to let that street be opened. The bricks were paved there by cult slave members. They have this excuse where the bricks will get oiled on if the cars are parked there. Good, rip up the
Thank
bricks,
you.
put parking.
That's time.
Parking.
Last hand we have raised is Miriam. Miriam, are you wishing to make general public comment or multiple agenda item comment this morning?
Just a general public comment.
You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm just going to try and plead to your humanity today regarding the bricks that have been laid on L. Ron Hubbard Way by slave labor including small children, not older than 10 years old. If this would have been something that had been happening during the Second World War in Germany, and there would have been a road where the bricks were laid by children from the concentration camps, they would have been ripped out a long time ago. I think it's time to do the same in Los Angeles. That's all. I plea you. Thank you.
Thank you. President King, that's it for general public comment this morning.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close the general public comment portion of today's meeting and move on to multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide, excuse me, the board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item period for up to 1 minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the items that you will speak on when you are called. We will transition over to our virtual platform.
Thank you. Our only multiple agenda item commentator today is Audit LA. You indicated you wish to speak on all items. You have 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Yes, hi, good morning. We're talking about composting today, right? I hope I got the right agenda items. And I'm all for composting. I think it's very important. I think the city should be doing that because, you know, like trying to get the nutrients back into our earth. And how do I, but you know me, I'm here. I'm going to connect it to Scientology somehow because that's why I'm here. And welcome, Commissioner Cardenas. I did warn you. I asked them if they warned you that, at every meeting you're going to be hearing about this until people are really heard, and actually until the people inside those buildings are actually heard. I wonder if they're doing composting. From what I hear, a lot of their people, they're not fed well. They're not eating well, but I wonder if they're going, I wonder Scientology, who pretends to be the best neighbors because they do anti-graffiti and they do all these things, supposedly in the community, trash pickup and stuff, if they're doing composting, because that requires, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it. So I'm not even going to try, but I'm all for the composting. I'm all for, and I'm, and that's it. I don't know what else to say about composting except it's good. Thank you guys. Have a great week.
Thank you. That's it for our multiple agenda item comments. President King.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close the multiple agenda item public comment portion of today's meeting, and we'll move forward with the approval of minutes for Friday, June 27, 2025. Commissioners, any comments or questions related to minutes? Seeing none, I'll move to approve the minutes for Friday, June 27, 2025. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by President Pro Tem Grant.
Thank you.
President King, I'll abstain since I wasn't at the meeting.
All right.
Thank you. We'll take the roll beginning with you, President King.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
3 ayes, Commissioner Cardenas abstaining. The minutes are adopted.
And sorry, Thomas Costello Vega, City Attorney here, just to clarify for the record, an abstention is counted as a yes vote, but the agenda can note that the reason for the yes vote was really an abstention, but there's no way to actually abstain from a vote. But we can note that that's the basis of your yes vote.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Moving on to our agenda items for today. Number 1, for all council districts, we have AFE LA Compost.
I'd like to, just for the record, make one technical adjustment to agenda item number 1. It should say $400,000. There's a couple of zeros missing there, so just want to clarify that the agenda should say the new grant is for $400,000. That's 400,000 and no cents. The report itself is correct. It was just a error on the agenda.
Good morning, President King.
Good morning. Could you please speak into the mic, please?
Oh, sorry.
Make sure it's
You all-
on.
Okay. Good morning. Okay. Good morning, President King, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tempore Grant, Commissioners, and Commissioner Cardenas, and members of the board. My name is Jocelyn Valencia, an Environmental Engineering Associate with LA Sanitation and Environment in the Solid Resources Support Services Division. LA San is requesting the approval of an authority for expenditure with LA Compost for the planning, development, implementation, and operation of regional composting hubs and farmers market drop-off sites for the collection and composting of organic waste from the city of Los Angeles. LA Compost is a community-based nonprofit organization dedicated to improving and expanding access to composting in Los Angeles. LA San and LA Compost were previously awarded a grant in the amount of $85,800 from the United States Department of Agriculture Composting and Food Waste Reduction Program from 2021 through 2023. This grant included the funding and creation of 15 community composting co-ops, 5 farmers market drop-off sites, and 2 regional composting hubs. LA San and LA Compost applied collaboratively on a new round of the USDA Composting and Food Waste Reduction Program in 2024 and were awarded $400,000 in grant funding. The project, titled Growing Community Through Compost in LA, aims to expand on the work of the previous grant and to continue to promote local composting in the city. This LOA will allow us to perform the work outlined in the USDA grant project. The term of the agreement will be from July 1st, 2024 to June 30th, 2026. This project will promote hyperlocal composting and provide Angelenos across the city with a means to divert and recycle food waste, support regenerative practices, and produce vital soil for their communities. This grant expands on the previous grant's successful elements and adds support for edible food rescue and environmental restoration. For this grant cycle, we will continue to collaborate to expand both farmers market food waste drop-offs and regional composting hubs. The new regional composting hubs will be developed throughout the city, allowing for the expansion of the farmers market drop-off locations with a geographically nearby composting hub. The regional hubs are being developed in coordination with LA Rec and Parks, and final site selection is still pending other processes and agreements. Once all regional hubs have been identified and developed, the final list of markets can be developed to ensure there are sites across all major regions of the city. The grant will also support 5 additional farmers market drop-off locations for a total of 20 market sites across the city. Markets will be targeted to areas of the city that don't have existing drop-off sites and based on proximity to the new regional hubs. All Angelenos can benefit from attending various farmers market locations across the city. The expanded network of food waste collection points at farmers markets will divert a significant amount of organic waste directly from residents to hyperlocal regional composting hubs on city lands. This project is a collaborative effort between LA San, LA Compost, and many other community partners participating across the various sites. The authority for expenditure and letter of agreement will be utilized to pay LA Compost for their labor, material, and services to operate and expand the farmers market program for a total budget not to exceed the $400,000 of the grant award. Funds will be paid first by LA San through the Citywide Recycling Trust Fund, and then will be reimbursed by the granting agency. The grant funding will further reimburse all funds paid by the city to LA Compost to complete the project. There will be no impact to the general fund. This concludes my presentation. I, along with Gina Biano, the Senior Operations Manager at LA Compost, are now open to answering any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Commissioners, any questions or comments? Vice President Chavez.
Yes, thank you for the presentation. I noticed that the period covered for the grant is for fiscal year 24 through 26. Given that we're a year into that, just wanted to see sort of what the impact of that has been, if any. Has the organization had to front costs? Has there been work that's happened in the past fiscal year? And so you need this to get reimbursed, is that correct? Okay, figured. And also to how many of the new regional hub sites have come online since the beginning of this?
Yes.
Okay, so 4 have been brought up, and so we're waiting for 2 more. Okay, great. I would love to get an update once. I would love to get a presentation at some point in the future on LA Compost and all the work that you do. I would love to get that, and I'm sure the rest of us would like to hear more about the work that you do. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And then just a quick question on my end. So I know we heard about all the great things that you all are doing to help kind of disseminate and educate the public. But are there, for this next year, are there things that you're looking to improve to or enhance the program?
Have her come.
Do you want to come to the podium, please? And introduce yourself as well for the public.
Hello, my name is Gina Valono. I am the Senior Operations Manager with LA Compost, and I'd be happy to answer your question. Regarding improvements that we're making on site, I think we're always working to just improve our best management practices to make sure that we're operating well within, obviously all of the requirements of the site, but also in harmony with the community. That's something that with LA Compost we have prioritized and take very seriously when we open these new park sites. Even if they are at a park like Griffith Park, where there's not a lot of neighbors nearby, we do engage anybody who's involved with the site, friends of kinds of groups, PAB groups, all of the above. So depending on the sites, we do really take seriously making sure that all of our work is keeping all the neighbors happy and providing benefits to the community surrounding it. But yeah, we're always looking to improve our operations, but I'd say that's kind of the primary improvement area. Just continuing to,
All right. Thank you very much. We have a question from Commissioner Cardenas.
Yeah, thank you for all the work that you do. Two-part question. What kind of input are you getting from the farmers markets community? And is this something that they ask for or they need? And secondly, what is, obviously the byproduct is compost. Is that being distributed to communities? How is that being worked out? And do you have a number of what kind of tons we're diverting to the landfills?
yes.
That kind of information?
I can answer both of those questions. So the feedstocks that come from the farmers market are primarily kitchen scraps. So when people cook in their homes, anything that's not edible, they save and then bring to the farmers markets, and that's what gets processed. So think apple cores, carrot tops, all the things that you don't eat. And then we also do some work with the vendors at the farmers market. So that's an area that we are actually looking to kind of grow and expand, is this kind of disparity between the food that gets brought to the farmers market but not sold. So a lot of those farmers do go home with a ton of material, food that either didn't sell that day and they can't bring back. So we will take that and process it locally. So I think that's a really great opportunity for us to close that loop as well. So to answer your question, individuals coming from home, bringing their kitchen scraps, and then also vendors at the farmers market. We want to divert that from the landfill, from them having to bring it back. And your second question was about the finished compost. We actually just had our first Community Compost Day LA over the weekend. It was at our Griffith Park site. We had over 200 people come, and they all got to bring compost back home. So that's one example of something that we just started, and we're hoping to do at all of these park sites quarterly in the future. And then we also have we have distributions at farmers markets. So seasonally, we have just kind of paper bags and people can take it with them. So everybody who drops off can get some in return. And then we also have just kind of a lot of other community engagement events. Nearly every weekend we're out in the world somewhere distributing that compost back to the community. So ever since our, over 10 years now that we started, our priority has been giving back of no charge back to the community.
Thank you.
All right. Seeing there are no other hands being raised, I'll move to approve agenda item 1. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Vice President Chavez.
Thank you. We'll take the roll beginning with you, President Kang,
Aye.
Vice President Chavez,
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant,
Aye.
Commissioner Cardenas.
Aye.
4 ayes, the item is approved and it carries forthwith.
Thank you very much. Moving on to our second item for Council Districts 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 12, 14, 15 for Pacoima Beautiful.
Good morning. Good morning, President Kang. Good morning, President Pro Tempore Grant, Vice President Chavez. Welcome, Commissioner Cardenas and members of the board. My name is Timmy DeRamos. I'm with the Solid Resources Processing and Construction Division, Bureau of Sanitation. This authority for expenditure is for our citywide community compost and urban gardening educational workshops at multiple locations. It's for paying an outstanding balance owed to Pacoima Beautiful. Pacoima Beautiful is a grassroots environmental justice organization that supports um, LA Sands program by educating the public on home composting or urban gardening and water conservation to promote healthier and safer communities. One reason why these invoices are being paid so late is was due to the fact that our contract manager at the time that was going to process the invoice for this fiscal year 22-23 had suddenly passed away in February of 2023. So there was a change of staffing, and our group was also extremely short-staffed with in our admin section due to some retirements. So the AE had to be set up for fiscal year 22-23, and along with the letter of agreement with Pacoima Beautiful, and that took a little bit of time to get approved and processed. Another delay is that the AE was not approved in time for last fiscal year, so that's why we're finally coming to board today because of a review, the invoice that reviewed by the CAO, but this time all the paperwork is done. So with the current fiscal year, it doesn't have to go to the process again. All the paperwork is done, so the payment should be expedited this time. With that, a side note for this home composting urban gardening program, moving forward, an RFP was released a few months ago, and proposals will be due in the next couple of days, July 16th. And that is to keep the program running for the next 5 years with the possible extension of another 5 years for a total of a 10-year contract. With that, that concludes my presentation. I will take any questions.
Thank you very much. Glad to see this item at our board meeting. Commissioners, any questions or comments related to item number 2?
Nope.
So I know, so thank you for moving on this. I know it's this is from 22-23, so it's several years outdated. So appreciate the patience from Pacoima Beautiful on it. But I know there's a lot of lessons learned, and we would love to work with you and all of our bureaus to make sure that all of our invoices are paid on time in a timely manner, so that we don't have situations like this where we're coming back in 2025 for a 23-22 invoice. But thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Is there a first and a second?
So moved.
First by Commissioner Cardenas and seconded by Vice President Chavez.
Thank you. We'll take the roll beginning with you, President Kang.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
Commissioner Cardenas.
Aye.
All ayes. The item is approved and carries forthwith.
Thank you very much. Ms. Matson, does that clear our desk for today?
Yes, President, the desk is cleared.
All right. Our next meeting will be on Wednesday, July 16th, 2025, and we'll be adjourning to our management meeting at 10:30. The meeting is now adjourned at 10:29 a.m.